north in Chernivtsi. I happened to be born in Odessa. I lived there 27 years of my life. We really didn't know better. I mean, we heard that there are countries that do way better than us, but we weren't allowed outside the country. We had no freedom of expression, no freedom of religion. You could not really do what you wanted to do because we were Jews. So it wasn't officially, but the Jews were kind of kept on a short leash.
It's really hard to describe it. There's nothing like actually being there, seeing it. But when you hear that there are kids living in the sewers that are out at night and are sleeping during the day, scrounging for food, getting into trouble, no parental supervision whatsoever, in some cases an older brother looking after a younger brother.
We did a trip to Tikva in 2005, arrived there in the middle of winter, and we went into some of the orphanages, mainly the infants' home, and we came in out of this dark, gloomy, miserable Ukrainian winter. A horrible place. Came up these old pre-war stairs, came into the orphanage, and it was light and bright and kids running around. And we heard the stories of what had happened to these kids, where they'd come from, how bad it had been, the orphanages that they'd come from. And the question that we had was, who's not here yet? Which kids haven't they taken out of off the streets and out of the other orphanages yet? We got involved because we felt we had no choice. The kids literally dying on the streets, and we couldn't walk away from it.
There are very few places where you can actually literally save a child's life. When I came here and I saw the living conditions of the kids on the streets here, I suddenly realized that one can save a life, one can change a life.
The crucial work of Tikva is the children. It's saving children's lives. It's recovering children from the dysfunctional circumstances. It is about life or death.
Every night we go to sleep in our own beds. There are Jewish kids living on the streets and living in places that you wouldn't leave an animal. And until we get them all out, we just can't walk away.
When I went over to Odessa, I couldn't believe what I saw. I mean, I didn't just see an orphanage that was taking care of the immediate needs of children who were in terrible, straits. We saw the emergence of a community that was destroyed during the Holocaust, during the pogroms. And the beauty of this is that it's not a charity as much as it is an opportunity to do something that will last in perpetuity.
It reminded me of a boarding school atmosphere. So the kids were definitely well taken care of and comfortable. But the thing that pulled on your heartstrings, especially when you go into the 0 to 4s, was the fact that they're jumping up at you and calling you daddy. Giving is receiving. And your gift will make a big difference to these children. And what you will receive from it is their love, their warmth. And you can feel that when you go to Tikva, and when you walk into the 0 to 4s, you feel that radiance, which is everything.
I would say when you sit down at the table with your family and you have so much to be grateful for, that to get your family, your kids, everyone involved in trying to virtually adopt a child, because obviously you can't adopt them, you can't take them and come and live with you, but to virtually adopt a child, for the whole family to be involved, for your kids to be involved, to know what it is to give in this life and to be thankful for what you have, I don't think you can teach your kids a bigger lesson in life.
Those children today already, you can see in their eyes that they're happy and they're going someplace and they're gonna end up someplace.
Я хочу сказать спасибо Тикве за то, что она все делает для меня, дает мне образование, и я чувствую себя здесь хорошо. Также спасибо людям, которые помогают Тикве. Спасибо им большое.
Tikva has not finished its job because we know there are another 2,500 kids still at this moment living rough on the streets of Ukraine. It means they're living in cold, it means they're living in squalor, it means they're living in terrible conditions, and we can still save them. Every child needs somebody they can say, this is a problem, my shoes are hurting me, my foot is hurting me, I have a stomach, a headache. Today I had an excellent day, today I got the best marks in my class. Because if no one's going to look after them, if no one's going to look, wow, you got excellent marks, then where's the incentive? I mean, most kids, they're doing things that adults should approve of them. If these kids wouldn't have that, they would also just fall by the wayside. So every child needs that love, every child needs that care. And that's why we're here.